After 9 long years, the kids of Hawkins, Indiana have finally grown up, and Netflix's biggest show, Stranger Things, has officially come to an end. Well, sort of. There are still books, spin-off cartoons, a so-called spiritual successor, and a stage play that is apparently shockingly important to the lore of the series. Like, seriously important. Important enough that I guess I need to book a trip to Broadway if I want the full picture. What's next? Lore hidden in Fortnite? Probably. But regardless of all that, the main Stranger Things series, the one about Eleven, her friends, and the horrors of the Upside Down, is finished. And honestly, I have mixed feelings. Did I hate the finale? I mean, yeah. Just not in the same way a lot of you did. The final fight against Vecna and the Mind Flayer felt incredibly rushed. We're supposedly in the home dimension of the Demogorgons, and not a single one shows up? No Demogorgon, no Bat Dog, no weird upside-down creature at all? Apparently, this was even brought up in the writer's room and then just dismissed, which is wild. A lot of the writing throughout the season felt clunky, and there's a very real argument that some of it may have been AI-assisted, or at least rushed out before the scripts were fully finished. We know for a fact they went into production without a completed finale script. Have we learned nothing from Star Wars? Somehow, Palpatine returned. That said, even with all the logical holes and messy execution, I did find the ending emotionally satisfying, and that's important. This wasn't Game of Thrones Season 8 levels of disaster. I didn't walk away furious. If we weren't going to get a tragic horror ending where everyone dies, I was honestly okay with seeing these characters get their Spielberg-inspired happy endings and ride off into the sunset. I genuinely teared up seeing the next generation starting their own D&D game, and Mike closing the basement door where the entire series began. That felt like a natural place to leave these characters. Maybe tease some mystery about that weird rock, maybe hint at the future, but overall, it felt done. So, is there really anything left to theorize about? According to the internet, absolutely yes. Ever since the finale aired, fans started noticing things that felt off, inconsistencies in the final episode and throughout Season 5, background extras behaving strangely, props out of place, characters making decisions that didn't feel like themselves, and eventually, the fandom landed on one big conclusion. This isn't the real ending of Stranger Things. One of the major plot lines this season involved Vecna trapping his victims inside a fake reality built from recycled memories while their bodies remained stuck in a trance. We saw this happen with Max, Holly, and several other characters. According to this theory, Mike was also trapped, and the epilogue never actually happened. Not only that, but some fans believe Netflix and the Duffer Brothers created a secret final episode that reveals the true ending. This theory became known as ConformityGate, named after A Wrinkle in Time, a book that heavily inspired Season 5. And honestly, it's one of the coolest fan theories I've ever seen. So let's break it down. Let's look at the evidence, and let's see if there's actually anything here, or if fans just wrote a better ending than the show itself. Wipe that nosebleed off, oil theorists. Let's head back into the Upside Down. So, first things first, what's the evidence that Mike is trapped in a Vecna-induced trance? A surprising amount, actually. Most of it comes from the epilogue after Vecna's defeat. The sequence opens with the screen cutting to black, followed by a ticking clock sound. That sound is quickly revealed to be someone laying bricks, but clocks have always represented Vecna and the Upside Down throughout the series. That alone is suspicious. Then there are board game boxes visible in the buyer's basement, including Mr. Whatsit, which was Vecna's pseudonym while posing as Holly's imaginary friend earlier in the season. Also, can we talk about the walkie-talkies? The fact that characters can casually communicate between dimensions using radios is kind of insane. But hey, I guess when cell service sucks, you make do. Which conveniently brings us to today's sponsor, Mint Mobile. Back to ConformityGate. Robin even mentions during her radio broadcast that Hawkins feels different from the one she remembers. And yes, I'd play the clip, but there's a Fleetwood Mac song over it, and we don't play with copyright strikes here. Then there's Steve, a character known throughout the series for basketball, suddenly becomes a baseball coach. That only makes sense if Vecna's reality is pulling from limited memories, Steve swinging a bat instead of playing ball. Hopper proposes to Joyce using the same ring Jonathan once planned to give Nancy, a ring that should have been lost in the Upside Down. But Vecna knew about that ring. He could easily recreate it. And then there's the graduation scene. Oh boy. Why are people holding up blank signs? Why are the robes orange when canon novels describe them as green? Why does everyone have their hands folded exactly like Henry Creer used to stand? Characters under Vecna's control have always mimicked his posture. Billy did it, Henry did it, and now everyone is doing it again. Several extras even stare directly into the camera, something Henry also did repeatedly. And beyond the visuals, the entire scene feels fake, storybook perfect. Dustin gives a speech that feels like a Reddit fantasy. Hellfire merch is suddenly celebrated when he was literally assaulted for wearing it earlier in the season. It doesn't track. There's also the moment where Mike seems to realize Eleven might still be alive, followed by loud booming sounds that resemble the Mind Flayer's footsteps. Is Mike hearing reality bleed through the trance, just like Eleven once did? And that's just the epilogue. There are lore inconsistencies throughout the finale. Water existing in the Upside Down, Mike's injured arm magically healing, props changing color, watches not ticking, the basement door being flipped in the final scene. Even the video games matter. Ghosts and Goblins, infamous for its fake ending, shows up this season. You beat the final boss, then have to do it again, but harder. Sound familiar? Music choices, movie posters, meta marketing stunts, all of it stacks up. None of it feels accidental. And honestly, as a theory, this is rock solid. But then comes the second half, the belief that Netflix secretly filmed and is hiding a final episode. And yeah, that's where this falls apart. A secret episode costing tens of millions of dollars would be impossible to hide. Too many people, too many leaks, too many financial disclosures. What did happen is much simpler. Netflix leaned into ConformityGate because it kept people talking. It extended the conversation. It kept viewers rewatching. It kept eyeballs on the platform. Free marketing. And look, if you want to believe Vecna won, that Hawkins is trapped in a fake happy ending, that Mike is the key to it all, there's more than enough evidence to support that interpretation. But hoping for a secret fix that never comes, that's just setting yourself up for disappointment. Sometimes fans really do write better endings, and recognizing that, then creating something new inspired by it, is way healthier than waiting for a miracle drop. And that, my friends, isn't a theory, it's a fact. And cut.